proud to have you introduce Bernard.
Thank you, Michael. So let's all give a big hand to Michael just now for being such an excellent co-host. And I believe now we are live on Facebook. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our weekly meeting on the Kangen Business Weekly Meeting. This is Sam Sia here from Malaysia. We have this meeting every Wednesday in Malaysia. I'm here with co-host Michael. So say hi, Michael.
Hi everybody. Welcome to our show.
Right. Today we are very privileged to have with me someone who's very special and dear to me, because 9 years ago, close to 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I was so blessed to meet this stranger at the lift lobby, and he was a total stranger to me, and he initiated the conversation with me, and as always, he's always so cheerful, full of enthusiasm. I know his energy will just cause anyone next to him to just open up to him, and I've learned so much from this gentleman. I would like to I'd like everybody to give a big welcome to my sponsor in Kangen, Mr. Bernard Chan of Singapore. Bernard, okay, so that's my introduction. And this guy, he really was a stranger. So just imagine, right? Any stranger that you meet can become not only your customer, can become a builder for you in the Kangen business. So that's my introduction for Kangen, for Bernard Chan. I'd like to get Michael to take over the floor with your interview with Bernard.
For those of you who are new to this part, I believe Bernard has a lot to share today, and I think he is going to spill out a lot of gems. Please try to pick up these gems by having a pen and pencil or a paper so that you can jot them down. You will not regret listening to this great gentleman. Oh, by the way, after the session by Bernard, our meeting will extend up to 1 o'clock. Okay. Thank you very much, Bernard. Are you ready? If you are ready, can you please come on and let's give Bernard a big round of applause to give him energy for more exciting sharing. Bernard, you're on. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning, good day to everyone, and thank you, Sam, for a warm welcome, warm introduction. First of all, I just like to acknowledge the 270 odd people in this. This is a weekday morning/afternoon in Singapore, Malaysia, and you guys 200 plus. I think I just want to acknowledge you guys from all over the world, and also those that are on Facebook Live watching. Yeah. So and also the great job that Michael is doing so far. Yeah. Over to you again, Michael.
Bernard, would you be able to share with us some of your ideas, especially from the lessons that you pick up in 10 years with Kangen?
Yeah. Now, specifically, as I was chatting with Sam, Sam wanted one of the questions I get asked a lot would be, do I primarily lead with, first of all, when I approach people, I don't always approach with business. I don't talk about Kangen. I don't have an ulterior, most of the time, I don't have a motive to talk to people about Kangen. I just talk to people. When I spoke to Sam, I had not bought a Kangen machine. There was no motive, so just be friendly and the world is a nicer place. Type in one if you agree, if you are just generally friendly, you operate from a standpoint of gratitude. You tend to talk to people, not for motive. Yeah. Although our motive is divine and good motive. But so I spoke to Sam and we somehow we kept in touch. And a friend of mine who's on this chat group called Rupert, same thing. I spoke to him in a swimming pool 3 weeks ago by the swimming pool, and he's on this chat group today. So yeah. So I get asked a lot. Do you speak about the product or first or do you speak about the business first when you eventually broach Enagic? 95% of the time I will lead by business. Yeah, why? This is a topic that is very close to my heart. A lot of people think Enagic slogan is change your water, change your health. But Enagic slogan is change your water, change your life. Okay, and what is the vision of Enagic? True health to the world, body health, financial health, and peace of mind. Okay, so very often we are only offering one of the health of Enagic. So this is my modus operandi most of the time. My approach would be I lead by business 95% of the time to 99% of the time. Why? Number one, there are 5 core needs people have out there. 5 core needs. Number one, it would be healthcare concerns. Number 2, healthcare cost concerns. The money related to maintaining health. Number 3, retirement cost concerns. Number 4, education cost concern for children. Number 5, daily living cost concern. If you anything else generally fit into this 5, almost everything else fit into this 5. If you generally agree, please type 2 in the chat box, please. 2. Okay, so I can see quite a few people agree with me. Now, with that, 4 are money related. Why do most of us approach with that 20% of which is healthcare? Why do we approach with the narrow path of 1 in 5? Does it make sense, everyone? We should be approaching based on the broad path. 4 out of 5. Again, if this is beginning to make more sense, type 3, please. Thank you. Thank you for your response. So, some people as a result think I am only into looking for business builders. No, I'm 100% product, I'm 100% business. But based on this logic of 4 out of 5 core concerns are money related, it makes sense to go with the broad path first. Number 1. Number 2, let's have a little role play. Michael, your answer should be no, okay?
Okay.
Michael, would you be interested to make some extra money?
No.
Oh, may I know why, Michael?
Think
of a reason, yeah.
Money is an evil. Too much money is evil.
Oh, okay. I like to disagree with that, but I want to respect your view. But then, Michael, would you be interested to feel 10 years younger?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Now, okay, listen, ladies and gentlemen. When a person is not interested in the first approach, would you agree it's very natural to go into the health approach? Hokkien say "jinjia sun," very smooth. However, if a person is not interested in the health aspect, it is very difficult to broach the business aspect after that. Agree? If you agree, type 4, please. Very, very good. Very good. Thank you for your response. So, number 1, 4 out of 5 core concerns out there. Listen, it's not what you think is good for your prospect that matters. It's what your prospect's core concerns that matters. And if you don't have the skill to draw concerns out, some people have, but not to train up a downline to have the skill is not so easy. However, if you just go by this approach of 4 out of 5, eventually you still can go to that 1. You cover all 5 anyway. Does it make sense? Yeah. So now hear this. So number 1, 4 out of 5 core concerns money. Number 2, when a person not interested, as in the role play I had with Michael, you still can go to that 1 core concern later. But you cannot go back up if you approach that 1 core concern of health and they are not interested. So when a person is interested in making more money, I definitely will talk about the product in detail, not to sell, but as the foundation of the business. Okay, so that's one thing Sam asked me to share. Did I cover that well, Sam? Was there anything you want me to add on, Sam?
Yeah, that was excellent. Thank you, Bernard.
Okay. I like the in February in India 4th anniversary, a gentleman called Chandra Bose. I don't know whether he said look for sellers. Yeah, he started taking off in his business when he started looking for business builders. Okay. Now, Michael, I'm going to jump the gun based on what Sam wants me to share the 2 core topics. Yeah, is that all right?
Ahead. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Now, I was just chatting with Sam, and he says, "Wow, the whole thing that this certain topic you just covered in 5-10 minutes." So he requested for me to share. For those who are familiar with the demo, what I like to do quite often would be after showing, quite often before I show the Kangen water, or after, preferably before, after showing all other water is oxidizing, I said, now so and so, would you agree, now looking at all other water choices is oxidizing, what if Kangen water ORP is 0? Would it be fantastic? It's already amazing, right? Then we show that it is not just 0, it is negative. It is healing. And I'll pause. Okay, again, I use Michael. Michael, can I use you as you're listening to my presentation now,
Yes,
Michael.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
and I said, Michael, imagine just on this property alone, this ORP property alone, can you make a business out of this?
Yes, it's amazing. It's a new way to make more money.
So I'm leading people towards that slowly. Now, after that, when I come to the second property, we know that one has very high impact because of the colors, very visual. When done with the pH property, I will stop and say, Michael, forget about the first property. Just imagine on this pH property alone, can you make a business out of this?
Sure. Looks like a new way. Thank you.
You think, you think it's a good business potential just on this second property alone?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll work.
When I come to the third property, green tea, quite often I will say, Michael, amazing, right? I mean, very often most people will be wowed by our demo, right? And by the time the third property, I will stop and say, Michael, forget about the first property. This micro cluster as a standalone property, can you make a business out of this?
Oh, sure. It's so eye-catching and such a wonderful value.
Now, then by the time I come to the cherry tomatoes, I said, Michael, the first 3 properties were amazing, but imagine just on this cooking cherry tomatoes and all that, that alone, can you make a business out of this? And of course, Michael will say yes. And so hear this. And I will end up saying, now, imagine you combine 1, 2, 3, 4 together. Do you think Kangen is a viable business, a potential? So at every stage of the demo, I'm leading very often people to the business already. Yeah. So if you got value, can you type 5 just based on that point, please? Thank you for your response, everyone. I appreciate that. Okay. So now today is a interview style. Michael, would you facilitate any questions, anything? So Sam, basically that's what you wanted me to share as a two core topics. Have I fulfilled that, Sam?
Yes, thank you so much, Bernard.
Mm.
Yeah, but can I just add something that we were discussing just yesterday, if you can recall. Remember, I was telling that sometimes for a new prospect, right? They'd be like, who is not used to selling, they'll be like asking themselves, now who would buy this machine? Who would buy this machine for, let's say, $4,000? So in their head, it's like thinking that they're thinking that it's so hard to sell to, even though that they see the value in it. Remember, I mentioned to you that what we want to do is, I've already shared with you, Bernard, that there's actually three types of customers: type 1, type 2, type 3.
Sam, you're the best person to mention that. Please,
Okay.
please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I hope I'm not stealing your show away.
No.
So type 1, the type 1 customers are the people who are buying the product for themselves. Okay. And there's a type 2, which are the people who wants to buy the machine, but they are a bit they check themselves because they think that the machine is overly priced at $4,000. But we show them that there's a way for them to recoup the cost of the machine by the customers getting an additional 10 people to buy the machine. And when 10 people that they refer to buy the machine, they actually can recover the cost of the machine. So that's another class of people that a lot of people are not aware of. And also there's a third class of people, which is people who are actually looking for another stream of income to add on to their current stream or to replace the current stream, especially in this COVID-19 situation. So if you can sort of highlight to your prospects that other than the end users who are looking whom we are looking at to buy this machine, right? There's also the type 2 where they can recover the cost of buying machine, and there's a type 3 where there are many people out there who are looking for a business to do. Now, just to ask the people on the call here today, right? I would like to request your participation. Now, I'd like to ask you at the time of purchase, at the time when you bought the machine, not now, at the time that you bought the machine, how many of you consider that you belong to the type 1 at the time of purchase of a machine, that you're type 1? If you're type 1, just type in type 1, just for the people who are type 1. You bought the machine because of product, okay? Not because of anything else, just because you saw the product, you bought it for the product, okay? Now, when you're all done with that, right? I'm gonna ask the second question now. Who here are the people where you belong to type 2? Type 2 where you're a bit apprehensive about buying the machine because it's overly priced at 4,000, but because there's a way to recover the money, because of that, you decided to buy the machine. You are of type 2. Who here is of type 2? All right. Okay, there's some people who are of type 2. Okay. So we have two types of people here. And who here belongs to the third type of buyers where you're buying the machine? Your primary reason for buying machine, yes, you're buying the machine, you bought a machine to do the business. Who here are of type 3? You see? So there exist three types of buyers. So I want everybody here to understand, right? You want to understand this. There are three types of buyers, and you want to make sure that you communicate this to your prospects when you speak to them, because some of them, they may be like, wow, the price is so expensive, but so because of that, they don't think that, even though they want to buy, but they don't think that they can find enough buyers to sell to. But when you can explain the existence of type 1, type 2, type 3 to your prospects, you are going to be getting maybe at least maybe 5 to 10 times more conversion than you are currently experiencing.
Yes.
Over and back to you, Michael and Bernard.
Thank you. That was good, Sam.
Thank you. So,
Michael?
Yeah, Bernard, I've got one or two questions for you. And for those of you who are listening in and you want to make use of this opportunity to ask certain questions or hear from the Sifu on how to do the business or whatever, okay, relating to this particular topic only, we will try to take it out and relate it for Bernard to share. Bernard, there are lots of us who want to start this business with a big bang, successful start. Can you please give one or two advice on what kind of preparations these new people need to do if they want to start out this business with a bank?
One needs to have belief. Belief is of utmost importance because belief will be the resource for us to take the rejections because of the mindset on the other side. Some of you here took a very long time to come in because the water is too good to believe. If that is true, type 1, please. It took you long because you couldn't believe that such a simple looking product was so good. Now, if there are so many ones here, there are people out there like that. So what gets you to number one, continue to the pass a no to the next person, another no to the next person, to another no to another person. And also what gets you to have the energy to follow up with the initial no's and to continue to follow up and to follow up and to follow up will be belief. Believe in the water. This meeting does that very well. And many, many other good meetings. I'm sure some of you who are first timers, second timers, you see the testimonials, believe in the water that it works. Okay, and continue to grow in that. It is a never-ending belief, growth in belief in the water. Number two is belief in the company's compensation plan and the proven history of the company. Again, attending a meeting like that and to hear Dr. Vivek, who's a doctor, and he talks about this and so on, you know. So believe in the company. Number three, we need to build a belief in ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say that you are all having a seed of a champion innately within us. So when we have these three, which is on, it is a growing aspect. Is, you know, yeah. So to the question, Michael, the first base is we need to have belief. If not, the rejections will be very hard to take. If I really on a scale of 1 to 10 is a 10.5 in terms of my desire for Ferrero Rocher. Okay, the chocolates, and I offer Sam this, and this is new, okay, quite new, he's never heard of it. I say, Sam, can I offer you Ferrero Rocher? He says no, because I don't take sugar. Now, if my enjoyment of Ferrero Rocher is so high, I will go on to the next person. Michael, you want to try or not? It's so nice. Sam's rejection is just not his preference at that time. I'm able to go on. It's belief. Okay, so I've heard. That's number one. When the belief is so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm jumping the gun. Attending events add to the belief faster. Okay, don't make the foolish mistake of going to the cesspool of right and wrong information called Google and YouTube. Google and YouTube has right and wrong information. And a lot of people think they are smart going there to research. Yeah, please don't. I mean, if you research, so what? If you're wise, you research on one side of it, but recognize, add to the belief by coming for meetings like that to see a lot of anecdotal evidence. Yeah, be intense with your attending meetings and all that initially. Number one. Yeah. Number two, in accordance to the growth of your belief, one needs to go into an all-out massive action. All-out massive action means you have no life when you decide to launch into the business for 90 to 180 days. No life. Okay, let me elaborate what I mean. Why all-out massive action? You need to approach people. Just approach. Why? Because success loves speed. Let me elaborate what I mean now. Now, let's say my closing ratio is 1 in 7. Okay, 1 in 7. A very simple illustration. And I only do one presentation, one per week. So after almost 1 year, 49 weeks, I would have done 49 presentations. That's about a year. And I would have closed 7. And I would have received 42 rejections. Simple math. And I go back to the 42 and say, Michael, you know, in the last 1 year, I earned, how much is, I earned maybe 10,000, 15,000 ringgit in the last 1 year. I closed 7 sales. What will Michael's response be, everyone? Okay, I'm happy for you. Now listen, if I compress all 49 appointments into 1 week, and I have 7 sales in my first week, and I have 42 rejections in my first week, and I go back to the 42 rejections, Michael, in that last 1 week, I last spoke to you, I have made 15,000 ringgit. I have closed 7 sales. Would that be a difference? Anyone?
Yes, big difference. Please tell me how.
Success loves, yes, thank you. Success loves speed. So how to start off in this business, you need to treat this business as if you just invested 500,000 ringgit or 500,000 Singapore dollars into a business with your partner who also put in another 500,000. You don't make one appointment a week. Yeah. So I hope I've answered to a certain extent. There's so much more, Michael, but I just wanted to open up for other questions.
That's already a very good start, Bernard.
Thank you.
Basing on your experience and the way you share it out so simply. Thank you very much for that part. The second question I got to share to ask you is, at the moment, there's a lot of people suffering from the COVID environment. And it's making it difficult for people to go out prospecting or even securing appointments. Can you share 1 or 2 breakthrough ideas, Bernard?
I would say during COVID, as very evident in our numbers, COVID is helping the nature of our business. Why? Many people who were formerly not open to Plan B today are more open to Plan B. More people are open to Plan B today compared to pre-COVID. So no changes to me. Methodology, no change. Michael, would you be interested to make extra money? Michael, what is your Plan B? Michael, would you be interested potentially to make 300,000 ringgit over 3 years part-time? That's 6A, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and you notice I'm conservative. I use potentially. Yeah, 3 years part-time, 300,000 ringgit extra, etc. So my approach is still the same, except I work harder now because the market for our business has gone up a lot. Remember, we have 2 products. One is, I won't say solving health, helping the body because now I'm Facebook Live, helping the body to heal itself. So sickness. The other would be financial, the business. So people are a lot more open to the business now. So my methodology has not changed, Michael, except I'm working a lot harder to seize the moment. People, let's assume COVID situation will last for another year. I have that window of 1 more year for people to be a lot more open for second income or change of income. Yeah, no change, but working harder, that's all.
Thank you, Bernard. Thank you for the positive response. I'm sure it's going to inspire a lot of those who see challenges at the moment to be able to break through.
I'd like to add one more thing.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the business is still not easy. It is not an easy business because, as I've proven, many of you guys came in after quite a long while. you know, the water is too good to believe, and this thing look like some cheap business, you know. So people are not generally not open. But listen, the Sam Seas, the Bernard Chans, and the Chin Shaw Fangs, and the Judy Flemings are out there, and they are out there. I just give you an example. What is the potential? The whole airline industry is waiting for you to approach them. And I'm just mentioning one industry because of COVID today. One only, no. I haven't, and will they be open? Most will still not be open. But many are more open. So work the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Michael, over to you.
Thank you very much for sharing this. And for those of us who got Facebook, please go and check out what's happening to our fellow associates. We have people from Knowledge Group selling K8. People buying 2K8, 3K8. Some of them pay cash. Wonderful, isn't it? Thank you, Bernard, for giving us the inspiration to carry on further. And you have been around for 10 years. Some would say, wow, 10 years, no more sale already. But how do you see the future? From the joy of your voice, I can see you still see a lot of potential in the kangaroo business. Could you elaborate on that, Bernard?
Okay, first of all, anyone here personally has felt a difference in your body when you drank Kangen water? Please type 1. And I'd like to ask for full participation. Oh, I have to put in also. But anyway, yeah. Okay, guys, just on that note alone, and the ones are still coming in. Just on that note alone, the product works. Okay, the product works. So with that as the first foundation, the product works as evidence, evident in the number of ones coming in. Now, this is a 46-year-old company. And this company is proven in the sense that it's got all the certificates. And it's got very illustrious history. Sony was part a owner, and the ISO, etc. With the number of ones that came in just now, and the total sale plus minus 100,000, 46-year-old company, only 1.3 million units done, plus minus 100,000. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not virgin opportunity, we are basement one, in my opinion. So number one, the product works. Number two, for a 46-year-old company with such illustrious history, only 1.3 million units done. Number three, Energic, our business, Energic's business, and therefore your business, is dealing with 70% of a human being. Energic also deals, because of the Wukon, with part of the 30% as well. Hello, what is the potential? I hope what I just mentioned will cause you to have sleepless nights tonight. Sleepless night tonight because of the potential. Have you heard me saying this before? Some of you more seasoned disputers. The Kangen water, as Sam earlier asked, who enjoys better sleep because of the Kangen water? Many of us. But I hope the Kangen potential as a business will cause you to have sleepless nights. Yeah, that's my answer, Michael.
Very good, Bernard. There's still a big potential for us to develop this business. Thank you. Here's a question that's posed by someone in the audience. If somebody is already in business, how do you approach them?
Same thing, no difference. No difference. If someone is in business and if he's successful, I will still ask, hey, look, many of you know that Sam Seah was already financially quite well endowed before I approached him. And what was my approach to him? Extra money. Sam, can you verify that by texting something and all that?
I'll just say it here. What you say is true.
Yeah, I mean, look, I thank you, Sam. Because if Sam is not interested, I would say, Sam, would you be interested to feel 10 years younger? It's the same approach, the methodology. 99% of the time. So a person, rich people are not allergic to extra money. But anyway, even if they don't want because of a certain mindset, subconscious mindset, not even conscious mindset pertaining to the industry, I will go on to talk about health, vitality, etc. So no difference. Rich, if I mean, in Sam's team, which is part of my team, there is a gentleman from Malaysia living in Indonesia. We know he's very, very rich. He's doing the business for fulfillment. Yeah. Okay. So I hope I've answered that question well, Michael.
Yes, Bernard. Thank you very much indeed. Sam, would you have any questions to pose to Bernard, your sponsor?
Yes, thank you, Michael. Michael, actually, just to add on to what to your question about how do you approach someone who's already in business. You know, when you have somebody who's doing a business, he may be driving a Honda Accord. He wants to drive a bigger car. He wants to change to a bigger car like a German car. And when you have a businessman who's driving a 3 Series BMW, he wants to buy a bigger car, a 5 Series. And someone who's driving a 5 Series wants to drive a 7 Series. And somebody who's driving a 7 Series wants to drive an even bigger car in the form of a Range Rover.
Just yesterday, Sam and myself were talking about itchy fingers buying another car. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, you know, you have somebody who's really driving a 7 Series or even a Range Rover. They want to travel. They want to travel not business class anymore. They want to travel first class. So, you know, people, not only that, people generally want to grow. They want to be bigger than they currently are. Okay. And yeah, Bernard, I think we were discussing right yesterday. I think one of the important things that we need to bring to the attention of our distributors is this. What is one of the top 3 things that we would advocate to our new guys who are in this business, which is, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I want the people here in the Zoom call here to hear from you. What are the top 3 things? I mean, you know, you've already spoken about going all massive action. Okay, and then the things that I would like you to talk about.
Elaborate which because there are two topics on 3 things. Elaborate.
I'm talking about bringing them to events.
Hey guys, just on today, just to listen to the testimonials earlier before it was on Facebook Live. What did it do to you in terms of your belief? Nayan, thank you very much. I mean, I just saw the pictures of your testimonials and all that. Amazing. What did it do to you? That little bit, can you imagine? Attending events is so important, because my first point, remember when Michael asked me, is belief. And remember that belief leaks out. That belief will leak out. So to attend events continually. For example, those who are Muslims, before COVID, you will continue to attend more. So Christians continue to attend, etc., etc. It's important. Okay, so importance of attending events cannot be. It's so important. Why? You do not just learn intellectually, you receive emotionally. That is of utmost importance. You want to come to a point where you emotionally listen. One of my mentors once said, he's from Mexico. He said, I do not do. I can't remember. When I remember, I'll come back to that. So importance of attending events. Sam, you want to allude to the events now?
Yes. I think you know, we have all the 272 people here. I believe that we should. It is our responsibility, right, to make known to them about certain events that both you and I have attended, and which we have benefited immensely. So in fact, I would like to pull up my. I would like to share my screen to sort of show these events for them to understand it better. Can I Can I share a screen now?
Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead, Sam.
but as you're sharing, I remember that what I wanted to share. Can I say it now?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
My mentor said, I do not remember what you told me, but I remember how you made me feel. That is so important because it is when you get hit emotionally that is lasting. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, I endeavor, whenever I speak, some of you will identify that you hear my heart more than my words. Yeah. I cannot speak of something that my head agrees only and my soul doesn't gel. So over to you, Sam. You facilitate this part, Sam.
Okay. So I just put something on the screen. Can you all see it? Just type in
Yes, Sam.
Yes, yes.
yeah, right. So this is the event that a few of the participants here have attended by Skip Archimedes, and we have a preview to this event happening tomorrow. At the times stated there, it'll be happening tomorrow. Tomorrow's session will be the second of the two sessions happening at 4 o'clock. It'll be at 1:30 in India, and in Dubai it'll be at 12 o'clock. So Bernard, I'd like to invite you to spend just some time on to share the benefit of what you've gotten out of this.
First of all, I want to acknowledge you, Sam, for introducing me, Skip, as your personal coach that you engaged him more than once. Ladies and gentlemen, it was Sam that introduced me to Skip as a life coach, and I engaged him, and I have benefited in what area? Now, we all today are experiencing 100%, not 99, not 98, 100% a total reflection of what our identity is. What image you have of yourself today, you are just reflecting it. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, if I listen to a life coach that has gone through paralysis and came back out of paralysis through quantum physics and positive thinking, etc., and went on to become UK's number one gymnast, do you think I want to listen to him, what he has stepped on? Now, the one or two alignment after paying him 10,000, sorry, there is some renovation in my neighbor's place, so it's a bit noisy. After I paid him 10,000 pounds over 10 weeks on Zoom. And can I tell you, it was cheap and of immense value because he aligned me to be able to see another million a year, etc. It has not happened yet, but I'm on the way there because my internal has been aligned for higher purposes permanently. Now, how much is that worth? Yeah. So that's my take. Yeah. Sam, over to you.
Thank you. But okay, I'll just like to share my experience with Skip. You know, before I don't know whether many of you have noticed a change in me. I sometimes change. I don't even recognize myself. But I believe that see, before Skip, right, I was very much operating from very low energy. And I'm talking about, from a space of fear, uncertainty, a lot of doubts, and a lot of anxiety. So my experience with Skip is that I got to learn something about operating from higher energies, operating from a space of love, out there to serve more than to just be selfish about my business. So that was something which is it caused a huge shift in me, and because of that, I engaged Skip to be my personal coach. Like Bernard, I paid him 10,000 pounds just to be on one-on-one coaching with him, which basically amounted to £1,000 an hour a session. So that was for me, and because I benefited so much, I just had to share with Bernard. I had to share with everybody else here. All right, and
can I add on something that I just remembered, Sam?
sure.
Now, how do I know about Skip apart from Sam? Because I said, Sam, there has been some there has been noticeable growth in you. Can you tell me what's happening in your life? I'll be an idiot if I don't want to know what's happening in his life. And he mentioned two things, and one of them is Skip Archimedes. So it was evident enough for me to ask Sam. Now, how much is that worth? So over to you, Sam.
Thank you, Bernard. So that's my share for me. I'd like to also invite one or two other persons here who have also personally experienced or they benefited tremendously. Are you there, Prita? Prita, would you like to give us, as we are running out of short on time, can you just maybe just limit it to about 60 to 90 seconds, Prita? Can somebody help?
Yes.
You're there. Great.
I'm here. Oh, thank you so much. And I'm so happy and fortunate to have even Bernard Chan was there along with me for the first session. And I went for a second one because I saw the changes in me. And, you know, Skip, the miracle man, he taught in every one of us, we have these four archetypes, the magician, the warrior, the lover, and the sovereign. And I could pull it out. It was sleeping all the time. The magician, I can be magical. When I meet people, I can attract them. And the lover, I am a lover. Why don't I share this great love that I have within me? And I am sovereign. Yeah, I have supreme powers. Why don't? And this I never knew I had. And thanks to Skip, the miracle man, I'm transformed. And people who see me keep asking me, what has happened to you? You look brighter, you look younger, and I'm 8 kgs less than 2 months. I've lost this toxins that I was carrying with me all the time. So I would suggest each one of you to join this course, the Breakthrough Mastery course, and see the change. Thank you all.
Thank you, Prita. Thank you so much for your share. I think we have another person to share here. Are you there, Judy? Judy, are you able to unmute yourself?
Okay, I'm here.
Great.
Okay,
Go.
Can I go? Yeah. Well, I think everybody have heard Sam. He has a lot of money, but I don't think he has a lot of money to throw away just like that, right? And Bernard and Prita, I really love that we were cosmic together, and I can see that change. For myself, I just knowing I went with a childlike mindset. I attended quite a lot of these courses from Deepak Chopra, from Bob Proctor, from different Anthony Robbins. But what Skip have was it flows. You know, it allows you to really that magician, that power within you just flows out. And I'll just tell you the result. After that, things just move. How many people like doors to just open, you know, abundance just flowing without knowing why? Because I shift, the circumstances shift with me. So it just, everything move, everything flow, money coming in, cases are closing, things just fall into place. Is it always like that? No. But I just remember what I went through, and the tools are in my kit. So if you like to empower yourself and your family as well, I suggest don't miss this. It's well worth the money. Well above all. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Judy. Judy, thank you so much. We have one more person to share her experience. Are you here, Sonia? Just a 90-second share. Are you there, Sonia?
Yes, I am. Hi, Sam. Hi, Bernard. You both are glowing. You look different, absolutely different now. And so am I, I'm sure, because a lot of people are commenting on me. So I just want to add on to what all you've talked about, Skip. I realized in the course that I was living in a very low frequency. And one thing I just grabbed on, and which I never allow myself to be ever again, is to sink low. He taught us how to rise up to the higher frequency and stay connected. And when you're on that plane, like Judy just said, everything falls into place. So I was into depression, though I always camouflaged it, and I continued. I just drilled myself into Enagic, trying to cover that up and thinking it as the only way to live. I mean, I just caught on to Enagic with a purpose in my life now, but still deep down there was depression. That depression was because I was living under the line, below the line. I was always in grudge. And so many times I shared with Sam, and he taught me not to hold this negative feeling, but I could not come out of it. And Skip has magically pulled me out of that plane. I'm just on another plane now. I'm not myself. I can push myself to things which were seeming impossible earlier. And how to say it? I mean, it's just so magical. I mean, I was not able to understand it. All I just say is that all of us here have all the powers which are just hidden. Where they're under the debris. They're just you just got to pull it out, and you need a magic man to pull that out of you. And you better attend this breakthrough mastery. Just don't miss it. For anything, I did not have enough money to collect for this course, but I made it happen because Sam intended it for me. And I know that he wishes well for all of us. It's amazing. It's not just the money. It's not just an magic. He wants us to be real, super good human beings that we are meant to be. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Sonia. Okay. So, okay, I just want to share. Okay. So the thing is this, guys. All of us, we have shared that we have benefited from Skip's Archimedes event. So we would like, Bernard and I, and together with Judy, Sonia, and Preeta, we'd like to invite you to come for a preview tomorrow. Happening tomorrow at the time stated on this flyer. Can you see the flyer? The times is stated here: 4 p.m. in Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, 3 p.m. in Thailand, and 1:30 in India, and 12 in Dubai, and 9 o'clock in the UK. So just come and just check him out tomorrow. Okay. So Bernard, there's another event that you and I and Judy just recently went through. And are you okay to talk about that? Bernard?
Yes. Could you put up the okay? Sam, myself, Judy, and a few others attended something called Go Coach created by a gentleman called Russ Jusson. My opinion, he is a very unique combination of a life coach and a business coach. A very good business coach. It's quite ridiculous, his knowledge. And I didn't know the difference between coaching and mentoring. And knowing the difference today, I've received immense value from there. Where number one, one key value is how to communicate. My communication skills has gone up tenfold, ladies and gentlemen, eightfold. How much is that worth? And that is permanent. Number two, the definition of the difference between coaching and mentoring was just immense. And number three, the extra value that came out from the people that facilitated this course, where there was so much emphasis that nobody is broken. The people we communicate with, they are not broken. They are perfect within. And as coaching, we lead them gently towards the divine within them to find the answers. Number four, I realized to a greater extent that I am not broken. There is a divine within me that I can tap on. So just on these 4 alone, I will highly recommend the immense value. Now, I'd like to ask if you can respond in the chat with one. Who's heard me saying, to have more, we need to become more? Who's heard me say that before? Yeah, thank you, Hemant, and thank you, Sally. And so, really, indeed, when we sow into ourselves these greater skills, greater values into our soul, unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't come out immediately in the business, but eventually it comes out in the business success, because who you become, you will definitely manifest. And Go Coach, the extra rabbit trail that comes out from the 2 main coaches, it's already amazing. So it's a must, and the value is so cheap, so cheap, so cheap. And the follow-up that they have is just ridiculous. They give value upon value. Yeah. So over to you, Sam.
Thank you, Bernard. So I'm just going to flash on the screen here, okay? This event by, it's called Go Coach, happening on the 2nd, 12th and 13th of September, happening here. Now, the thing is this, who here as a distributor, right? You want to be a better communicator. Can you just type in 2 if you want to be a better communicator, okay? And who here, as the Kangen distributor, you want to be a better leader? You want to be a better leader? Can you type in number 7? You know, like the name of the course is called Go Coach. This course is about coaching. It's about coaching people. Now, if you are a better coach, right, you will be able to better coach your team members. And you know, my experience together with Bernard's experience in when I went into this, let me tell you why I attended this. I attended this Go Coach not to become a coach. I attended it because I know by attending it, I could get into access into how Coach Russ does his business. Now, Coach Russ is one of the top performers in his insurance group, and this guy is amazing. He's able to coach his people for them to be independent. And can you imagine yourself coaching your guys to be independent? And out of attending this Go Coach, I've decided to become a coach myself, because I not as a career, but because it is, to me, I view it as to be of service to people, to be of service to the people whom I'll be coaching. And what I really gained from attending this is worth millions to me in terms of my fulfillment, the value that I'm giving to people, that I'm able to serve others. And I wholeheartedly urge all of you to invest in yourself to become better coaches, better listeners, better leaders for yourself and your family and for your teammates. And that's really when we benefit something immensely, we only want you to also have the same benefit as well. So I would like to just call on another participant who attended this Go Coach with us. Judy, are you there?
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah, I'm here.
what's yours?
Wow. You all say all already, Law. Actually, I'm so blessed. Thank you, Bernard, for suggesting that. I missed 2 sessions of his classes because of just timing, but I'm glad I jumped on Go Coach. Even just the preview, I have benefited tremendously. Like what Sam and Bernard say, clarity is number 1. How would you like to have clarity? There's so many things on everybody's mind, you know. And when you have clarity of who you are, what you're capable of doing, and clarity of communication and listening, you know, and being able to lead. I didn't join it just because I want to be a coach, not at all. I want to be able to coach myself. Do you agree that when you ask better question of yourself first, you are able to solve your own problem? And then if you are able to ask better question, you can help your teams that are having a lot of problem going round in circles. You can help them get out, helping your prospect to make a decision to come to closing. Whether is it they have no money, whether is it that they don't have time, whether is it that they are afraid that they cannot make it, you are able to help them because you know how to. And that is also revealing everybody have that ability to be who they are, to live what they want to be, whoever they want to become, to be able to just like what Sam say, number one, I want to be of service to myself first, then to the people around me, and definitely to my team. How do I lift them back up? And like Coach Russ says, his intention is not turning everybody into a coach, a life coach. Not at all. Only to those who want. But he also say, how many life coach will make $1 million? How many Anthony Robbins, right? But we are able to use that facility, and that is for life, whichever situation you are, and more precious with the communication with your family members. So I really urge everybody to join. I have tremendous value, like just the follow-up. So many things they gave us, so many follow-up and so many sessions. It's like incredible. Are you kidding me? And I like the tribe. So please, sorry I take so much time. Please do attend. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Judy. Bernard, if I may, I have another event to sort of bring to the attention of all the people here. Allow me to share my screen. So, okay, so take note of this event, Go Coach. I don't have the full details here, but if you want, and if you need anything on if you're interested to attend this, by the way, the cost of attending this is Filipino 25,000 pesos, which is about 2,500 ringgit, which is about $500 US or so. Okay.
Can I say something about this, Sam?
Sure. Yes.
Usually, what I'm about to say, I do it privately. I think this is the first time I made it known publicly. Now, I received so much from these two people, Russ and Gina, that I believe in them so much that I told them I sponsored 4 people 50% of the cost. And why? I wouldn't want to sponsor 50% of the cost for 4 people if I don't believe in the event, right? Yeah, why 50% only? The attendees need to have the skin in the game. They need to have a bit of participation financially. Because in Philippines, many people, to afford this kind of amount, a bit tight for them. So I believe so much, I paid for 4 tickets, 50%. Yeah, so just wanted to mention that.
On that note, right, I would like to say something similar. Okay, I've actually gotten Cora to attend as well.
Wow.
And I'm also sponsoring partially for to get to make it easier for her to attend this event. And I've just spoken to my son today. My son, my second son. I told him you must attend this course because I want my family members to be better leaders, to be better communicators. But I'm not going to be paid for them free. Like you said, they need to have a stake in it. So I told my son I'll be sponsoring 80% of the cost. He still have to put in 20%, at least $100 US, so that at least he really has something at stake. So that's so. For those of you who wants to attend this, right? And let me tell you this, you must get in there. If you are a Kangen distributor, if you're managing teams, you must attend this. And if you're not managing teams, you must also attend this, because once you attend this, you can get a team for yourself. And the reason why you're not having a team is because you suck with your people skills. I used to suck with my people skills at one time. I'm getting better. And I've gone a few folds up the roof by attending the Go Coach session. And I want you to also get the same benefit. Okay. Now I'm going to just go on to talk about the next event that I need to sell here. Guys, I know a lot of selling events, but this event is for your benefit. So the next event that I want to bring to your attention is this. We'll be holding the Essential Kangen workshop in Kuala Lumpur on the Sunday, the 4th of October. So please wait for the details to be announced as to the pricing. Because we've been getting a lot of requests to have this thing on board, and we can only take in, because of the lockdown situation and because of social distancing, we cannot be filling up the room with 500 people. We can only take in about one. I'm still working on the figures with our ballroom. It could be 100, it could be 150. All right. So please wait for the details to be out. So Bernard, I want to thank you for being here with us, with sharing your 10 years of lessons learned in Kangen. Michael, are you okay if I sort of just conclude today's meeting?
Yes, yes. Go ahead, Sam.
So, any last words of wisdom from you, Bernard?
I've been accused of speaking too much. I always have something to say on. So I slightly disagree with Sam in one area. If you fly business class, you desire to go and fly first class. I've seen Singapore Airlines suite class. Everyone has their own room. They have the shutters to block themselves for privacy. I get frightened. I got nobody to talk to in that class. So I prefer business class since I like to talk so much. But anyway, just joking. But okay. Now, guys, Energic with an amazing product, the machine. Do we agree that the Complan is quite amazing? Yeah. With the combination of these two, we should be able to make a very good business. Okay, some have not because of multiplicity of reasons. Perhaps what Sam said, communication skills, etc., 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 or belief and so on. Now, I'd like to mention now something has happened to help us with the business. COVID is helping many of us, as evidence in global rise in Kangen sales. Because of reasons mentioned earlier, guys, I just want to say this is the season not to have balance in life. This is the season to go out because the COVID season is another factor to help us. There is an urgency in the business. Now, guys, there are a few areas that we can carve out for our lives. Number one, those who are not there yet financially, this is your chance. Number two, those who are not there yet in terms of impact to humanity, in terms of fulfillment, this is your chance. Okay, now, last thing I want to say, with Energic, with a proven history, I don't guarantee you in 100 years' time the company will be around. But so far, the signs seem to point to that. I'd like to ask you, what asset, what values can you leave to your next generation? I'm talking about legacy now. Here is a chance to build a team where the team moves without you, where your family has a rich inheritance from you. Make the difference. So how do you find a company with such a product, such a compensation plan, such a history, and such penetration, such low penetration combined together? None. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you to consider, be willing to take the rejections because it is worth living for. Okay, I like to put forth this idea to you guys. Hemant, I like to ask you, Hemant, what is the difference in price to pay at the end of your life to achieve mediocrity and to achieve greatness? What is the difference in price to pay, Hemant? Let me give you the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, no difference. You just paid with your one life. No difference. Might as well make it count, ladies and gentlemen. Over to you, Sam and Michael.
Thank you, Bernard. Okay, Bernard, everybody, please take note. Okay, we could be ending the Facebook watch party in the next 1 minute or so, but we'll be getting into a Kangen distributors. For those of you who are on the Zoom call, please remain. All right. So with everybody here, please remain. We are getting into our Kangen Distributors meeting after we end the Facebook watch party. So before we end the Facebook watch party, let's give a big hand to Bernard Chan. Thank you so much for your generous share, for your wisdom, years of wisdom. And thank you once again, Bernard, for introducing me to Kangen. I love you, man. Mwah, 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 mwah.
You're so different, Sam. You're so different.